Hey guys, it's Wayne. It's mid-November, and I'm trying to get caught up here and do another video installment of a review for one of the alternative news sites that I mentioned back several months ago in the top 10 alternative news sites videos. And if you haven't seen that, I suggest you go and watch that first and then come back to this video. Next in line is the Interpress Service News Agency, and let's jump right in and take a look at what this organization is all about and how it can benefit us and how to use it. The Interpress Service News Agency is an international non-for-profit organization. It's formed from a network of journalists in more than 100 countries around the world. It's focused on news coverage on events and global processes that are affecting the economic, the social, and the political development of peoples and nations. No national or political base, and pursues the objectives of balanced geographical, ethnic, and gender representation. And what's unique about the Interpress Service News Agency is that they have a three-pronged approach strategy. First of all, they produce stories and analyses which explain how events and global processes affect individuals and communities, especially the marginalized and the voiceless. Secondly, they empower journalists, media organizations, and civil society to be better able to communicate effectively by leveraging IPS and offering a different kind of training and follow-up than what you see in modern and typical news agencies. Thirdly, building an information bridge linking civil society, international institutions, policymakers, donors, and individual readers to promote an ongoing dialogue about communication and development for a better world. And because of its mission and conceptual approach, IPS has grown together with and systematically covered civil society, particularly its increasing international impact. And recognizing the impact of globalization on the South is another crucial insight that influences the way that they report and build capacity and disseminate their news. So it's made IPS a relevant actor within the overall development process and the main international news provider of organized civil society worldwide. You know, what's unique about IPS and what I've found since I'm a subscriber now, I get a couple of their newsletters every day, is that I'll look in my email and I'll see a newsletter and read an article, and then maybe a couple of days, 3 or 4 days, a week later, I'll get an article from another one of the top 10 alternative news sources that I reviewed, and they'll have the exact same article. It'll just be re-articulated and reworded as that journalist or author would choose to word it, and it's quite interesting to get the news at the source. Frankly, much better than any of the mainstream media. So you're good there. But let's go in just a little bit more and talk about how we subscribe to IPS, and then some other key features and things that I like to use it for. Subscribing to IPS is just a little bit more complicated than putting in your email address. All you have to do is scroll down here to the subscribe button and click subscribe. And then you get some options, and this is where it really threw me off. What you want to do is come down here to IPS for institutional clients and individual readers and click on free newsletters. And what you find on this page is a list of the newsletters that they promote or publish on a daily basis, and also they have a weekly newsletters. Now, I don't subscribe to the weekly newsletters, but what I have subscribed to is the Terra Via United Nations newsletter, and you know, I do believe I subscribed to a weekly newsletter. Yes, I did. I subscribed also to the From the Front Line of the Environment newsletter, and it covers information like food security, biodiversity, climate change, etc. So very interesting. But the daily newsletter that I get and I find to be the most valuable for me is the Terra Via United Nations. Now you can't click on that, so what you have to do is click on the select the newsletters and then come down here to where it says Terra Via United Nations Journal and click here, put in your email and hit sign up, and it's that simple. Now when you go to your inbox, it's going to look like this. And so you're going to have an email that comes to you with a very large number of quality information on a daily basis. And they always have this news brief section at the bottom. So I find this very helpful and very interesting. Now let's go back to IPS. You can also come up here and click on the search box and type in whatever you want. So I used two examples. I typed in martial law, and it came up with 15 items that have martial law in the text somewhere in the article. Now, and they're all fairly relevant to today's in 2013. Now, you're not going to find everything you're looking for here, but it's an interesting place to start if you're doing a little research. I'm also originally from back in Indiana, and I typed in Indiana, and up came headlines that have Indiana in it and allow me to go through it and do some research. So I find that to be very interesting as well. Now, if you go back to the home page, it's also unique in the way they categorize their information. Not only can you have information brought to you based on the continent, but also topics. And within the topics there are subtopics. So environment covers things like advancing deserts, biodiversity, climate change, green economy, water sanitation, etc. So I find this very valuable, very helpful. It's a great website and source to go after. Matter of fact, I might even consider saying that it's the best one in the list of the top 10. It's not the most user-friendly, but inherently, I think that you will achieve a greater level of knowledge based on your use of IPS. So until next time, I will come to you with more when I have time, but until next time, God bless. Thank you for watching. Please comment below, like, comment, subscribe if you have any questions, and don't forget to come and join me on my Google Plus account. I'd really appreciate having you there, really enjoy it, and I'd like to get to know you.